Hey Arise family, welcome to Joshua chapter 15. So today we're going to be covering Joshua chapter 15 and particularly verses 13 through 19, what we're going to be covering today. So I want to let you know, of course, we have a study guide available for the whole chapter 15 available on CandyNicoleArise.com. Go ahead and check it out. Just click on study guide section and it will be listed underneath study guides. So today we're going to be continuing reading about Caleb and also Enthela, okay? And to let you know who Caleb is the one that marched out with the original crew to went and scout out the land when Moses was alive. He was the one that brought back the giant grapes. And yes, there was giants in the land, but Caleb delivered good news to the people and said that, yeah, we're able to go and conquer this land. But everybody else was like, no, they're big. We're going to be like lizards to them. Let's stay here, okay? So Caleb reminds Joshua, hey, remember back in the day, 40 years ago, I was here and the Lord has kept me these whole 40 years. I'm still as vigorous as the 40-year-old me. I'm 85 now, and I would like that allotment of land that the Lord promised me that day. I have withstand the time. Everybody else has died off. I'm still here, but I want to go and conquer that land that the Lord has said that was for us. Okay, so Joshua gives him the land in chapter 14, and now Caleb is about to go and conquer that land. So in verse 13, it says, he gave Caleb, son of Jephunneh, the following portion among the descendants of Judah, based on the Lord's instruction to Joshua. Carabath, and that is now Hebron. Abra was the father of Achsah. Caleb drove out from there the three sons of Achsah, Sheash, and Athaman, and Talat, descendants of Achan. From there he marched against the inhabitants of Debir, which used to be called Kasha Sephir. And Caleb's son says, whoever attacks and captures Kethon Setur, I will give my daughter Asathoth to him as a wife. So Othelon, son of Caleb's son brother Kenzad, captured it. Caleb gave his daughter Asathoth to him as a wife. When she arrived, she persuaded Othelon to ask her father for a field. As she had got off of her donkey, Caleb asked her, what can I do for you? She replied, give me a blessing. Since you have given me the land in Negev, give me the springs also. So he gave her the upper and lower springs. Let me explain what's going on here, okay? Caleb says to everyone, basically, this is kind of like a David Goliath situation because there are giants in this land that they're going to capture, literal giants, okay? The same people that's basically kin to Goliath, those tall, big, huge men, that's how big these people are, okay? So Caleb is like, I'm going in to capture this land, and whoever can go in and capture this land, I'm going to give you a portion of my inheritance. So what happens is his brother's son, Othelon, goes in and captures this land. He says, not only am I going to give you some of the land, I'm going to give you my daughter also as an inheritance, all right? Her name is Achsah. Achsah. Okay, you know, it took me, I had to do a lot of pronouncing on that one, okay? Well, after Othelon, his nephew basically, goes in and captures the land. Let's not judge these people, y'all, okay? It's a different time. His nephew. Okay. His nephew goes in and captures it. And then his cousin becomes his wife. We're not judging, all right? It's a different time. And then she's like, okay, yeah, we have land, but I want more than that. I also want the springs, okay? I also want some water. So what I'm trying to tell y'all today is this. It's real simple, okay? Open your mouth. A closed mouth does not get fed. Yes, she got the land, okay? He got her, he got the land. Basically, she got the land. But she was like, I want the springs too. Do you understand that that is like a very flourishing part of the land? She just didn't want the land. She wanted to flourish in the land. So she opened up her mouth and asked for what it is that she wants. This message reminds me of how the Lord has been telling me to tell you guys, what is it that you want? To open your mouth and make your request known. It's something that I continued to hear maybe 2 weeks ago over and over again. And I brought it to you guys. And the Lord was saying for us to make our requests known. What is it that you truly want? What is it that you truly desire? It's okay to ask the Lord for those things, okay? And as we see here, she didn't just want the land. She wanted to thrive in her land. And asking her father for the springs, it wasn't a push. It wasn't a push at all. He happily gave it to her. So, what is it that is on your heart that you have been wanting to ask the Lord for, but you hesitated? Maybe something inside of you was saying you're not worthy of it. I want to remind you that you're more than worthy of it. It's time to open your mouth and ask, because a closed mouth does not get fed. And we learn from homegirl Achsah. I know, y'all. It's okay to ask for what it is that you want. Another lesson that we learned here is that legacy is important, okay? So yes, it was his nephew. Different times, okay? Different times, all right? But his nephew had courage. And something that we started this chapter with, and I told you that we would have to keep coming back to it, is Joshua 1, verses 9. Haven't I commanded you to be strong and courageous? Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. His nephew, Othelin, was full of courage. He understood that the Lord was with him. He caught on to the scripture that was mentioned in Joshua 1:9, that the Lord is saying, haven't I commanded you to be strong and courageous? He literally went up against giants to capture this land and had courage enough to do so, knowing that if he did succeed, okay, which the Lord is with him, he was going to succeed, all right? That's where the courage comes from. He was able to capture the land, also get himself a bride, and get himself a piece of the land. And then on top of that, his wife was bold. She went and asked for what it is that she truly wanted, not just the land, but I want the springs. The upper and the lower was given to her. So she was given a land that was some good land that had water, provision flowed from it. And the Lord wants the same thing for you and I. And of course, I mentioned to you guys, all the rest of these names are also very important, but they also take a very long time to read through to you guys. And I would like for you to stay watching the videos. So I encourage you to go and read this yourself. Chapter 15. And again, a study guide is available for this chapter for you to read through it.